Whoa, what's going down live? I'm back at it with another one. Twitch, YouTube. For Twitch and YouTube, I'm back at it. So, y'all let me know what y'all want to see. I'm finna do some reactions for right now. Nobody in live right now, but yeah, I'm finna do some reactions for right now. So let's get it. Let's go. I'm gonna set this up for y'all.
We've destroyed an enemy cruiser.
One rapper almost smoked the interviewer for asking him one question, and another died after his interview for speaking on a situation that happened. These are rappers' most disturbing and disrespectful interviews of all time. And we gotta start things off with the rapper known as Baby Los, because Los started to make a name for himself after he linked up with the Island Boys in 2020. And fans considered him as the fourth Island Boy. Los was even with the Island Boys when they got into a huge fight in Hawaii. But recently, Hood Rich Kevin tried to get Los to speak on a viral video where the Island Boys kissed each other. And this is what pissed Los off and made him flash out on the interviewer.
I gotta ask you, bro, like, this is, everybody wants Did you see the Island Boys kiss?
Bruh, stop mentioning them dudes for real, bro. Like,
No, I'm just saying, though, like,
no,
did you
bruh,
see them
no,
do something together?
no, fam. Fam, they weren't gay when I was around, fam. Like, bruh, stop doing that, bruh. Like, this interview ain't about that. Like, it could go down in this interview, bruh. Like, do you want it to go down in this interview?
Hey, he told his ass it could go down to that interview, boy.
Do you want it to go down, yes or no?
Nah.
Thankfully, Los ain't blocked the interviewer for asking that question, because things
It's
could have
crazy,
gone
'cause Hood
horribly
Rich
wrong.
Kevin-
But he ain't the only person to up a gun on an interviewer. But first,
That's that's a little dumb NBA little dumb cameraman or like little vlog. I guess that's who he be fucking with Dump. So that's interesting. And factually, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I done seen him do. It's about to be another interview y'all gonna see on him. It's gonna be another interview. Or another nigga, a nigga named Broke as Fuck or some shit like that. He from Florida, but he be in Houston all the time. I really thought he was from Houston, how much I used to see him in Houston. Anyways, he ended up upping on bro too and talking to him crazy too. I wonder what the fuck bro be having going on. Like, I wonder if that's why he round and Dump. And when I hear Kevo talk, it sounds like I don't know, he a little, like, he got a little speech impediment or something, like, I don't know, but I don't know if that same Hood Rich Kevo, I don't know, because, yeah, let's get back to it.
let's move on to FBG Cash, because he died not too long after talking about something disrespectful that he did during an interview. In late 2020, Chicago rapper FBG Cash took a picture in front of King Von's mural to disrespect Von and his people. Not long after taking the picture, he went on No Jumper to discuss it. He tells Adam 22 about the conversation that he had with Lil Durk before taking the picture.
What kind of conversation were you having before he told you to go take this photo?
Me, go over there and do that and see what happened to you. I'm outside right now.
You hit him up?
Yeah.
And he was just like, hey, what's up? Why Chicago's so weird because the ops always be talking to each other and like going on live and tweeting at each other and
And doing this interview might have made things even worse than it already was, because Dirk later dropped a song where he said, sneaking pics by Vine Mural, like little bro won't come out and spin. Where he sent to FBG Cash for a picture. Then, 3 months after the song was released, FBG Cash ended up getting hit and lost his life while driving on the south side of Chicago.
A well-known Chicago area rapper was killed in a drive-by shooting early this morning in the Auburn Gresham neighborhood. 31-year-old Tristan Hamilton was shot multiple times. According to the Sun-Times, he raps under the name FBG Cash. A 29-year-old woman with him was also shot, taken to the hospital in serious condition.
Now let's move on to another FBG member known as Butter. Butter has had many crazy moments during his interviews, and recently he went off on O-Block members for killing FBG Duck. He lets know that O-Block told himself after knocking Duck off, and it was pretty disturbing because during the same interview, fans say that Butter allegedly admitted to killing someone.
These told on themselves, and they did an interview on top of the murder cop. You stupid.
What about the picture that
Take
went?
me to jail. Give me the cups.
Yo, Butter. What about the picture that went viral with Muwap wearing with the duck sneakers?
That's clown. And
Whoa,
with the same trickle
y'all that's just now
you-
joining the chat, make sure y'all give this motherfucker a thumbs up.
Get a
And y'all
feds
sub
DM
to the
again.
channel and y'all follow the Twitch.
Homicide
don't
can't
think y'all
solve
coming
it.
through
The
Twitch.
feds can, right?
Damn.
We talking real business. I'm a real street.
But
I
it's
don't
nah.
talk business.
Hey, Butter do be tripping.
On Sunday,
That's in the document.
Now, long after speaking on O-Block, FYB J-Main tells Butter to sit down
Butter
and that
be
he's
tripping.
saying too much, because Butter says, picture him sitting on top of a car that he killed Odie on.
I'm Butter Sean. I'm Butter Sean. Now picture me sitting on top of the car that I just killed on. I got J Main them in this. I got 4 of them in this.
No.
They in this. They killed.
Butter also discussed Odie's death in an interview with Vlad. Here's what he said.
OD got right. Well, Odie Perry got killed at one point. They're saying that she was the shooter. That's the rumor.
I mean, it's footage. It's a video.
Of Odie Perry getting killed?
Yeah.
You saw it.
I ain't seen nothing, man. I just heard the stories, bro.
Okay.
I don't be knowing nothing for real. You know what I'm saying? Not all the time.
Okay. Fair enough.
His brother told him he was slacking they homie. Oh, look where I just gave back 192 years. I don't speak on that. Told him, Jay. I'm home right now because I blamed on my sister Tyler. Told him. Told.
Rumors say that female assassin, known as K.I., is responsible for
Who
taking...
said so?
His brother told him. I don't be knowing nothing for real. You know what I'm saying? Not all the time.
Okay. Fair enough.
His brother told him he was slacking they homie. Oh, look where I just gave back 192 years. I don't speak on that. Told him, Jay. I'm home right now because I blamed on my sister Tyler. Told him. Told.
Rumors say that female assassin, known as K.I., is responsible for taking Odie Perry out. But recently, fans believe that Butter is the one who did it and is blaming his sister K.I. since she's already dead. Not long after Tuka lost his life at the bus stop on 63rd, the members from 63rd wanted to get revenge for Tuka since members from O-Block were dissing him. So not long after Tuka's death, a member from O-Block known as Odie Perry was walking around the neighborhood and decided to go to the store to get some Swisher Sweets. But not long after leaving the store on his bike, Odie ended up getting shot. So he fell from his bike onto the ground before getting up and trying to escape, but ended up getting hit 10 more times. A key witness at the scene told police that an African-American male was the one who shot Odie. But many also say it was K.I., since she was seen posting pictures with one of Odie Perry's guns after he died. Popular 63rd member Wooski also made a tweet saying, "Shout out to them twins that made O-Block." And K.I. and FBG Butter. That's why recently, fans believe Butter is actually the one who took his life. But that ain't the only disturbing moment from one of FBG Butter's interviews. He recently broke down crying in an interview with No Jumper when talking about his sister K.I., saying how he'd rather for her to be fighting for her life right now rather than be in the grave.
Fighting for her life, gang. Then I did. Every day I wish, like, why the thing ain't come lock her up, gang? Like, why y'all ain't come lock this girl up, gang? Every day I be like, rather out in Tuga grade, because I be taking care of Quan them phones, Shonda. Like I be every day for I be on the phone, my little brother them phone, on Tuga for I be talking to them for. Then I be like, I wish this was my little sister I was talking to for on the phone on Tuga grade for I was
Check out how this app helped me buy whatever I want in my favorite games. Unlimited money makes it so you can get what you want from the game right from jump without the grind. Let me toggle this in Starfield real quick. Look at this sick shit I was able to get, and I didn't even have to go on 50 plus.
If I was to Kyra, I wish I was laughing with my sister, folks. I wish I was this money out. My sister these pictures of me at the interviews on these platforms. I wish I was showing Kyra this shit. Oh, too, that shit hurt my soul every day. On Tuka, like, and a lot of people don't understand that because a lot of time everybody think a lot of it be facade. A lot of people don't even go through shit.
Because his sister K.I. lost her life on April 11th, 2014. See, on that day, K.I. made a huge mistake and tweeted out her location for everyone to see, including her ops. And down the block with the two friends, tweeted out her on April 11th, 2014. See?
It say, but on Friday 11th, 17, April, but on Friday 11th, at 17-year-old, that's exactly what it said. I know I'm not tripping, but on Friday, April 11th, at 17-year-old Barnes was gunned down as she walked to have lunch with friends in Woodlawn about 3 p.m. The shot reported 9 times. Fist, neck, and jaw. What? I ain't gonna lie, boy. If this don't look fabricated, my nigga, I don't know what the fuck. That's why I be reading shit, taking my time, bro. Cause what the fuck is this? And I ain't even gonna say this shit fabricated, but if the law wrote this shit, bro, for sure they dumb. News reporter, whatever, whoever typed this typo, whatever. It looked like they just wasn't even trying to investigate if this was the story. Having lunch with her friends. What kind of Chicago YN go have lunch with their friends? No, what kind of lunch go? What kind of YN go have lunch at a friend house? I mean, yeah, motherfucker go. It ain't irregular for a motherfucker to go over to somebody's house and eat, but like they need to tell the story right. Maybe they was out going to get some food and they came back. I don't know. Maybe.
See, on that day, K.I. made a huge mistake and tweeted out her location for everyone to see, including her ops. As she was walking down the block with two friends who were headed over to the studio to celebrate Boss Trail's birthday, until a gunman hopped out of a car, waved bystanders to get out of the began opening fire at K.I. and her friends. The two friends were hit. K.I. was hit 9 times. After being shot, she stumbled to a nearby home where she'd lay on some steps and take her last breath. And speaking of K.I.'s death, a man from Chicago, known as Trenches News, says he was on the scene when she lost her life. And he talks about how disturbing it was in an interview with Cam Capone News, because he even claims that smoke was coming out of her neck during this incident.
And did you hear the gunshots and everything going on?
Oh yeah, they sound like something special. They was boom, boom, like it had like a Star Wars before pow. Like it was crazy, bro. It was crazy as hell, man, that day. And then the police tried to lock up Duck. They told Duck he responsible for it. They just left K.I. on the ground. They ain't try to help her, minister no aid. They ain't try to do none of that. Me and Joe Jackson, me and Manny, FBG, Young and them daddy, we about to go to jail because we like, nah, let him go. So I went over there by K.I. Smoke was coming out her neck, man. It was all sad.
Now, let's move on to BTB Savage, because some say him doing this interview with DJ Vlad is the main cause of his death, since he spoke on how he killed someone in self-defense in the interview in a cocky fashion. According to Savage, a local rapper had been trying to get a feature from him for a while. One night, the dude got in touch with Savage and finally agreed to do a feature. So later that night, the other rapper pulled up to his apartment with a car full of dudes, and the rapper came to Savage's apartment with another dude.
Videos of him coming at ducking them and shit, but not really. Like when I think about it, bro, he always uphold ducking them. Like ducking them, that shit was fucked up. Like I ain't gonna lie, a lot of that shit was fucked up. Like, but that's a Chicago lifestyle. Anyway, it's just like he be on Vaughn and ducking them ass so much, but he don't never talk about He be talking about Cash, LBG Cash, all them niggas, but I don't know. Like he don't really like try to downplay them niggas. Like, and even I mean, he be trying to downplay all street cred, all street niggas, all that. But I don't know. I feel like he be picking and choosing with the shit, you know. And I'm not saying LBG Cash and them niggas like wrong for shit they do and none of that shit. I'm just saying like he be picking sides for surely.
Named Omar Richardson. Savage said he felt
What you got
weird.
my name for?
Both of them were looking around and walked in, but then Omar upped the bankroll, so Savage thought it was all good. The dudes in with a box full of studio equipment, so they could get to work. But then the other rapper said he was missing a few things, so Omar took him to go back and get it out of the car. Savage thought something was off, so we locked the door when the rapper went outside, and that's when everything went left. Omar started asking Savage about his jewelry, and Omar eventually upped his fire and told Savage to hand over everything. At first, Savage didn't want to give it up, but then Omar threatened to shoot Savage and his girlfriend. So Savage started taking his chains off. When Omar reached to grab Savage's chain, Savage saw an opportunity. So he wrapped Omar in his arms, fell to the ground, and they started wrestling. Omar's strap fell out of his hand, and that's when Savage yelled for his girl to come shoot Omar. She came in and popped him twice, but didn't slow him down. Omar managed to get his hand on and let 3 shots off at Savage's girl. Thankfully, all the shots missed, and Savage got Omar back under control. Savage told Omar to leave since his son was in there, but Omar didn't listen, and he told Savage he was gonna kill him and kept fighting. That's when Omar's partners came up and started shooting through the door, but they didn't hit anything. When they stopped shooting, Savage's girl popped back at him with 2 shots, and that's when Omar's partner left him to die. Omar kept fighting, and Savage's girl shot Omar one more time in the torso, and Omar ended up passing away. Savage and his girl got off on self-defense. It was a crazy situation that took over the internet. Savage even went on to do an interview with Vlad TV, and it hit 2 million views in less than a week. But Savage's ops weren't happy about it, since Savage was talking cocky in the interview.
Concerned that his people are gonna try to come back.
Yeah, they for sure might do what they do, but I'm gonna get active. That's all it is. And it is what it is.
Then, on March 30th, Savage posted pics on Twitter of him standing in a pool of dried blood where Omar had lost his life. Savage was trolling the dude. The pics instantly went since no one had ever seen anything like that on the net. But 2 hours after posting those pictures, BTP Savage was in his Mercedes driving around until 2 gunmen pulled up, boxed him in, and then stopped shots. And by the time help the scene, too late. Some people blame the imp for his tragic death, while others blame the picture, since the picture was very disrespectful, even though it was self-defense. But Savage isn't the only rapper who got disrespected.
Man, and that's what the fuck I be saying, bro. These niggas be losing their life for really shit that be valid. I'm not even gonna lie, fool. Like y'all could say what y'all want, bro. Niggas be trolling, niggas be doing what they gotta do, niggas be doing all this and that. But at the end of the day, bro, that shit don't be giving nobody no right to come take somebody's life and shit. Like, fool. Like, nigga, yo homie got caught up on a drill, like on a mission. Yo homie. So now you mad because a nigga posting about your dead homie. Cause y'all probably been trolling, talking shit on the ground. Like, bro, niggas need to start learning how to stop popping it. I swear, like popping it over shit that ain't even worth it, cause they know it ain't worth it. Like, nigga, you popping it about some shit that y'all did and got away with. Cause if a motherfucker really wanted to, a nigga really be applying that pressure, putting belt to ass, trying to find out who y'all is. Cause that's me. I'm gonna put belt to cheeks. I ain't gonna bow. I ain't gonna say like I'm the super toughest, hardest nigga, but at the same time, bro, I'm not one of these average. I'm not the average YouTubers. I'm not the average Twitch streamers. I'm not. So, yeah. And I'm from Houston, Texas. No doubt.
Respectful in an interview and talked crazy about someone that they killed. Because Gucci Mane did a whom he took out, but says he does regret a lot of other things that he's done in the streets.
Do you regret anything you did in the street? Yeah, I'm ashamed of a lot of things. I'm gonna say, yeah, I did some things that I wish I didn't do. Yeah, but I was young. Yeah. But I did some things that's dead wrong to people, and everybody in the neighborhood know that, so I ain't no going around that. Even with the, even though it was self-defense. Think like maybe I could have handled that different. You did like the diss record. He needed to be in the ground. I put his we supposed to be.
Because in 2005, Gucci was beefing with Young Jeezy. Jeezy dropped a song where he put a bounty out on Gucci Mane's ice cream cone chain. The person who handed the chain to Jeezy would get paid $10K. So a group of 5 unknown men showed up at Gucci's house and a chain Jeezy dropped.
So ain't
what?
No going around there.
Even with the murder, even though it was self-defense, do you ever?
And then something that
Mane and crazy about someone that they killed. Because Gucci Mane did the same in an interview with Charlamagne. In the interview, Gucci showed no remorse to Pookie Loc, whom he took out, but says he does regret a lot of other things that he's done in the streets.
Do you regret anything you did?
I'm ashamed of a lot of things. I'm gonna say there's things that I wish I didn't do. Yeah. But I was young. But I did some things that's up, dead wrong to people. And everybody in the neighborhood know that, so ain't no going around that.
Even with the murder, even though it was self-defense, do you ever think about that and you think like maybe I could have handled that different, especially when you did like the diss record?
He needed to be in the ground. Put his where he supposed to be.
Because in 2005, Gucci was beefing with Young Jeezy. Jeezy dropped a song where he put a bounty out on Gucci Mane's ice cream cone chain. The person who handed the chain to Jeezy would get paid $10K. So a group of 5 unknown men showed up at Gucci's house and attacked him, trying to take his chain. He tried to fight him off and got a hold of a gun. He fired off one shot to get them off of him and ended up hitting one of the guys known as Pookie Loc. 3 days later, his body was found behind a nearby middle school, and cops were called once it was discovered who was shot. Gucci turned himself in and told officers that he acted in self-defense. Now, let's move on to Lil Dump from the NBA camp, because he had a pretty disturbing moment during an interview with No Jumper, where he kept throwing up due to how many pills he was on.
Anything in particular? Stand out?
And fans in Adam 22 were concerned about Lil Dump's health after seeing this interview, since it clearly seems like he needs some help, because Lil Dump didn't even want to talk about why he puked on the interview.
So what just happened? What just happened?
Something deep in life that, you know, I'd rather not talk. I can talk to you about the person as a person, you know what I'm saying? But some, you know, things deep in life.
But I'm just talking about you puking, or like the fact that you're kind of drunk, right?
No, I ain't drunk. I'm sober.
You're sober? No alcohol. That's not what's in that cup. I just kind of assumed it was alcohol.
Water.
Oh, okay. So what are you going through right now?
Some deep things.
You trying to get clean? You're trying to get clean?
Clean.
Off of some other?
Yeah, type shit. At the same time.
Not long after this interview, Lil Dump was featured in another YouTube video where he tells a girl he does more drugs than she could ever imagine.
Why are you standing like that? Like, stand up straight, you gotta be louder, like.
I do more drugs than
me
you
too.
could ever imagine.
That's not, okay.
I know.
So hopefully, Dump gets the help needed. But now, let's move on to NBA Youngboy, because he also has a pretty crazy moment during an interview where he gets pissed that the interviewer is asking too many questions. Some say it seems like Youngboy was also high during this interview, which is why he acted this way.
But don't be a dominant at the same time. You gotta understand they're using me as entertainment, and it becomes self-destruction too. Because I ain't no entertainment. You know, some can be spoke on, why? Like, it's to be continued.
Is in terms of like
Every time it's
And sometimes, it's best not to speak on things you did in interviews to gain clout, because that's part of the reason rapper G Money lost his life, because NBA Youngboy and G Money were close friends. At one point, G Money pulled this move, because in the interview with Say Cheese, he says,
he met by his sister too, though.
About his sister?
Yeah, I had her a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he mad about that. He wasn't really tripping on it back then. You know what I'm saying? He be calling me big brother.
And after they fell out, they were left and right. And the beef and things ended up getting so serious that it led to gun violence. On September 10th, 2017, G Money was killed after leaving the studio one night. Youngboy spoke on the situation in a song named Poor One, where he says, matter of fact, I used to call you my big brother. Then you did some foul and had with my sister. Now, let's move on to an interview with 6ix9ine that's disrespectful and that some say is disturbing, where he disses all of the dead rappers.
died lacking. Nipsey died lacking. Pop Smoke died lacking.
Right.
So can't lack?
No, you can't.
All right.
Kill or be killed in these streets.
All right. So there's nothing to talk about. So when you say, yo, happen to you, happening, don't spit your fucking truth.
Why you yelling? Listen.
But the 6ix9ine interview is nothing compared to Charleston White's interview on DJU TV, in which he completely went off and poured out a strap on himself for defending FBG Duck's mother and King Von's family. Charleston White tells DJU that he doesn't care about King Von since Von was a killer. And that's when DJU tells him not to say that about them.
Charleston White is
King Von was a
I ain't
killer.
gonna say it, but
My mama had 2 sons locked up for murder, and my mama let everybody know I'm not in agreement in what my son's done. But look, this is what I'm saying. Take me care about King Von. Y'all love his mama, I don't.
Charleston then goes on to get even madder since he helped FBG Duck's mother and felt like he had the right to talk about it. But DJU told him to chill. That's when Charleston White completely lashes out and pulls out his strap
I
on
don't know if
DJU.
y'all know this or any dude know this or if any nigga is watching my platform, any real nigga, anybody that's watching my platform and y'all listen to Charleston White, y'all listen to his inspirational shit, y'all listen to what he say, he do have some shit to say. He do got some inspirational shit to say, but like Charleston White is a nigga who contradict himself. He dictate what he be saying. Like he a person that say he fuck one thing and he say I stand on it. Like he all over the place with it. Like on some real ass shit. Like I'm gonna be real, bro. Like I ain't gonna say I got an issue with you, but nigga, I got an issue with you. Like I really do, cause of the blood and the crib shit. And if you want to see me, you can see me about that shit. Like, that shit ain't nothing. But I don't play police games. I don't do none of that. So if you want to play police games, you want to do all that, I'm fine. But, yeah, like, bro, it's more to shit, bro. And you feel me? People do be having stories. I'm gonna say that. Like, you feel me? Maybe his brothers and his, you know what I'm saying, him and his people got fucked over by, you know, like motherfuckers just said fuck them type shit. Like shit like that type shit be happening. Like nigga go to jail, motherfuckers just say fuck them. Like motherfucker was putting in work behind another motherfucker. But I don't know. I can't speak on his behalf. I don't know what the story is. But all I'm saying is, bro, you can't just go for entertainment.
I done helped. So somebody else helped him, and I ain't down. He could have. So y'all go help them. Since y'all got so much to say, give me back the money then. I ain't have to more of you. Mama ain't got a bunch of kids that died.
But she got 2 in jail for murder, or had 2 in jail for murder, including you.
Keep a mother gun. Keep a mother gun. Keep a mother gun, Chicago. Say, homie, you better. Man, you better sit down, homie. What you mean? What
When
I'm
them
on?
Texas boys don't play, we do up quick.
Thankfully, Charleston didn't end up smoking someone during this interview because things were pretty heated. But if you thought that was crazy, you gotta click this video on. It's even better, trust me.
Eve to me is basically freedom. It's a giant open universe where you can do whatever you want.
They succeed, man. Hey man, you guys are nominated tonight. Have a good show.
I remember this one. Okay, we can watch it, I guess, just because we got this one. I know. Where my food at?
What?
Yeah, give me a second.
Did you see me thinking?
No.
You didn't see it nowhere? When you have it?
I seen it in his mouth. That was the last place I seen it.
What he what?
What? I don't know. I don't really remember.
Okay.
You talking with your mouth full, nigga. You know I'm trying to move fast. What?
Nothing. I don't know how much you want. So.
It's a lot.
Come on, J man.
Bro.
Folks. Come on, G. Come on, folks. What do you mean get the out your house, bro? Man, I tell you everything go business, bro.
One rapper upped his strap on the interviewer for joking too much, and another spit on the interviewer for taking up for his op. These are rappers who checked stupid interviewers. And we gotta start off with Soulja Boy, because Soulja Boy is no
Bread.
Tortilla.
known for not being scared to speak his mind and will go off on anyone. In 2019, Soulja Boy was doing an interview with Everyday Struggle, and the main person asking him questions was DJ Academics. Halfway through the show, Academics starts picking at Soulja. First, he needs to get rid of his Gucci since he wears it a lot. Soulja is by telling him this and pulling out some racks on Academics to shut him up.
They hate me because I'm rich, I look better than them, I probably they like me, I'm a pretty I look good, I'm sexy. It is what it is.
You gotta get rid of that Gucci headband, though, like,
no, you know what this is a worse now, cause y'all keep clowning me, I'm gonna wear it even more so y'all can keep talking. I love it, bro.
You need to make
I love when y'all talk. I can go back.
Oh, is that Drake? Oh, hold up.
For the rack shadow.
Oh, shit.
I can go by, you know what I'm saying,
30 of these headbands, bro.
Seconds later, Soulja lets him know he is mad since they tried playing him like he was broke. And that's the main thing that pisses Soulja off because he starts going off on everyone on the show.
No, you just tried to play me like I was broke. She was like, y'all think Soulja got money in the bank and y'all... Yo, you
Then lets DJ Academics, everyone on the show know that they had to respect him or things were going to get ugly. He said he was going to slap them because Academics kept trying to downplay Soulja.
All right, y'all, let's get it.
Soulja Boy, like he was a nobody.
Nah, y'all gotta face it and y'all gotta respect me, bro, or I'm slapping, bro.
Soulja Boy then roasted Academics and let him later because Academics kept mentioning the bad things about Soulja, not the good things he's done.
I need a label behind me, so I signed a deal. Yo, you just you a hater.
That's not hate.
Hater, you try to pull up the behind it. Nah, everybody know Drake stole my flow, bro, and that's the end of it.
He took a line from you and you took the same line from a
Man, you fat as and
But this isn't the only time the rapper completely went off on DJ Academics during an interview. Because back at the 2017 BET Awards,
you
the Migos
fat
were
nigga,
on the
so
red
shut the
carpet
fuck
during an
up.
interview with Navendra Alexis, DJ Academics, and Joe Budden. During the interview, Academics was talking to Takeoff, saying how he was left off the song Bad and Bougie. Bad and Bougie. And Takeoff obviously wasn't happy with Academics asking him this, based on how he responded.
Off Bad and Bougie.
I ain't left off Bad and Bougie. You think I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
Say again?
You say I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
What you say?
You say I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
Yeah.
Do it look like I'm left off Bad?
Academics quit the energy and started agreeing with Takeoff so things wouldn't get worse. But that's when Joe Budden decided to get disrespectful. So he cut Takeoff and Academics off, saying they needed to wrap the interview.
That's one thing I like about the group, because ever since when you were in jail, even though you might see one or the other, y'all move as a collective.
All right, we got to wrap this up, though.
Oh, my bad. Happy trying to jump.
Wrap it up then.
The Migos instantly knew that Joe was trying to be disrespectful. So Quavo told Joe to go ahead and wrap it up. Joe gets even more disrespectful and drops while Academics is paying homage to Migos and walks out on them.
Close it.
Close it.
Hey, listen, man, I wish I could talk to the Migos longer, man. It's one of my favorite groups. I've been covering for so long. I'm glad they succeeded, man.
Hey, man, you guys are
That's when the whole squad stood up and got ready to do something to Joe Budden.
nominated tonight. Have a good show.
What are you trying to do?
Wait. No, wait.
But the video only gets crazier because this next rapper upped the poll on the interviewer for joking around about his op too much, since he that'll make the butter off. FYB Jane started interviewing Chicago rappers not too long ago, and one day he decided to bring FBG Butter on his platform since he and Butter are close partners. The interviewer starts off smoothly with J-Mane, since J-Mane is asking legitimate questions, but midway through, J-Mane brings up snitching in King Lil J, and this is when Butter starts to get frustrated. At first, J-Mane pulls out a mousetrap to troll Butter, and he lets J-Mane know that he needs to chill out.
Now look, bro. Another thing for your rat.
Boy, what? Come on, fuck, playing with me, bro.
This a mouse trap.
Man, I don't know nothing about that. Shorty, my
Lil J, you was a rat, bro.
Till before you touch that, talk about this shit, folks. Oh, till you making me mad, brother. I love you, folks. I'm trying to show you love on camera, folks. I ain't gonna never flow you out. But this right here, you flowing me out, folks.
Bro.
That's clown, J-Mane. We gonna start. What you say? We gonna start there?
Then, after Butter tells J-Mane to chill out, since he's actually cool with him and doesn't want to take things, that's when J-Mane bring up Lil J, one of Butter's that he fell out with. And you tell that Butter was serious.
Said, bro.
Man, you stay talking about this Gucci man for what you trying to give him some money for?
I'm saying
he started to stop my money. I'm not finna keep talking about this what this fucking fuck. It's like I'm arguing with my boyfriend and I ain't no man, folks.
Alright.
On 2th grade, folks. Like, I'm keep going back and forth with Lil J and what Lil J say.
J-Mane then pours out a big block of cheese and sits it on the table, since Lil J and other rappers around Chicago say that Butter actually snitched on Lil J, which is why they started beefing. Butter saw the piece, he upped his strap and to make J-Mane chill out with the trolling about him. And J-Mane, since he real deal, doesn't like that dude.
It's a lot.
Come on, J-Mane,
bro.
Folks. Come on, G. Come on, folks. Now that's too far, J-Mane. We gonna start with this too far, J-Mane, folks. What the? That's too far, folks.
Nah, they
What
homies.
the that, folks? Come
This
on.
not no
Bro,
real.
Hey,
this
we
an
going,
interview,
Splash.
man. This an interview.
I gotta
bro.
have the handlers, man.
Bro,
me and the
bro.
handlers gonna go, man.
Bro, I'm just.
Me and the handlers we gonna slide, man. That ain't handling the business.
Bro, sit down, bro.
You ain't handling the handlers, man.
Bro, this a joke, bro.
Man,
You
ain't no
pulling- Bro, stop pulling out pipes on that shit, bro. Y'all overdoing
You know
it,
I'm
bro.
dangerous.
Thankfully, it was J-Mane interviewing Butter. But it was someone he wasn't cool, gone way worse. The interviewer might have lost their life, but after this interview went viral, Butter started receiving a lot of backlash for pulling the gun on J-Mane, since fans said it wasn't that serious. The police also saw the clip, which almost led to Butter getting arrested on gun charges. Since Butter is on papers, he told everyone it was a skit, so he wouldn't get arrested.
Talk to me about that a little bit more.
Like, they just talking about, like, yeah, look at it. He's from STL. He brought you a block of cheese. You, like, they feel like you're a snitch, right? Are you working for the government? I'm too I'm working for no mother government. I ain't get paid. And that's my homie. It's a skit.
Now, let's move on to Kanye, because he went mega viral back in 2022 for many of his interviews. In one interview with Piers Morgan, Ye completely went off on Piers and was talking over him. And
what do you want? That's what it better stay. That's how it better stay.
Kept cutting him off like he was a little boy. Ye was talking about him getting dropped from Adidas and how the whole world was trying to cancel him. But Piers wouldn't stop cutting Ye short, and it pissed him off.
Need to go to the top lawyers, the top execs, the owners of the stadiums, the owners of the football teams, and the owners of the record labels. And we're gonna put them all in one room, and we're gonna read let's go top 10 in each one of these categories, right? Let's read Michael B. Jordan's
but why would any of that? Okay, but why would any of that? Why would any
Hey, I ain't finished. That is my sentence.
Nothing you're saying has anything to do with regret.
Hey, boy.
Boy.
Don't finish. I told you. Oh, don't treat me like a boy then. I'm going to finish my sentence.
Later in the interview, Ye walked out of the interview since he wasn't rocking with how Piers was talking to him.
After that moment happens, then I will say, I'm sorry.
Okay, if that's your position.
Interview adjourned. Love you.
But it didn't stop there with Ye. A few weeks later, Kanye went on and during this, he walked off as well, since Ye was mad that Tim didn't want to speak about Jews, since he knew it would have got him canceled. Because Tim agrees with what Ye is talking about and says they've been unfair to him. That's when Ye asks him, who are they? And wants Tim to put a name on the people who've been unfair to him.
Because as I'm getting hosed down every day by the press and financially, I'm just standing there. And when I found out that they tried to put me in jail, it was like a dog was biting my arm, and I almost shed a tear, almost. But I still walked in stride through it. Yeah.
I think they've been extremely unfair to you.
Who was they though?
But Tim didn't want to be direct since he knew it would have canceled him. So Ye got mad and walked out since the host was beating around the bush and he wasn't trying to get canceled.
I'm not using I don't use the word as the way I guess you guys use. I'm talking about.
It is them though, isn't it? I mean, because because when you think about it, consider it. In 2018.
What do you mean it's not?
What do I mean? Like, okay, so how about? Are you leaving?
Are you afraid of the press?
He's gone.
When interviewing rappers, you have to be careful when comparing them to other rappers. DJ Vlad was interviewing a drill rapper from Chicago known as EBE Bands. Around that time, Slim Jesus, another white drill now.
Busting your.
That's when they was also had just gone to make them mad. The Island Boys, best not to.
Boy, no, man. No. No.
And sometimes it's best not to ask rappers about things they've done in the past either, since it'll make them mad. The Island.
Don't come in here bothering me.
Island Boys were on the Danza Project, and before coming on the show, they had just gone viral not too long ago for kissing each other. A youth La Mike was also on the show, and he asked the Island Boys if they were going to kiss it out, arguing. That's when they get pissed, stand up, letting La Mike know they'll whoop him right now.
Busting your. You finally dosing all of you. You free dosing, right?
Pause.
Bro, that's New Orleans lingo for like I'm joking.
I know what dosing is. Hey, but first of all, I kicked you and you didn't. You finally not musty too. Finally not musty.
All right, bro. Y'all gonna kiss it out or like what's good?
Shut your. I right now.
That's cap.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Back up. What you gonna do about it?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at, look. Let's talk real life.
Not long after that, everything calms down. And one of the Island Boys talks about how he doesn't care what haters and people on the internet say about him. That's when Danza says, if they feel that way, why do they get mad when someone brings up the topic of them kissing? The Island Boys let Danza know he'll tear up all the podcast equipment for bringing that topic up again, and they almost fight.
They gotta say, man, they're gonna hate on you.
Say what they. That's what you said, right? But at the end of the day, keep it 100 because we got both of y'all here too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what's going on with you two kissing each other and
Bro, shut your ass. Break this.
Hey, yo, that I would love to see you try.
Bro, what are you talking?
I would love to see you try that.
But these two aren't the only rappers who get sensitive about that topic. A rapper known as Baby Los started to make a name for himself after he linked up with the Island Boys in 2020. Fans even considered him the fourth Island Boy. But not too long ago, Hood Rich Kevin tried to get Los to speak on the viral video. Of the Island Boys kissing. And this is what upset Los and made him flash out on the interviewer.
I gotta ask you, bro, like, this is, everybody wants to know, did you see the Island Boys kiss?
Bruh, stop mentioning them dudes for real, bro. Like,
no, I'm just saying though, like,
no,
did you
bruh,
see them do something together?
No, fam. Fam, they weren't gay when I was around, fam. Like, bruh, stop doing that, bruh. Like, this interview ain't about that. Like, it could go down in this interview, bruh. Like, do you want it to go down in this interview? Do you want it to go down, yes or no?
Nah. After the incident, Los was getting a lot of backlash, so he uploaded a video trying to clear his name because he said he did it since the interviewer wouldn't listen and stopped speaking about the Island Boys to him.
I know all y'all been seeing that interview that been going viral, bruh. I know y'all been seeing it. But if you literally watched the last interview before that, I told him, stop speaking on them. Them dudes went rainbow. Why would I want to be associated? So in the recent interview that y'all clearly see that's going viral, he wanna ask me about them. Like, fam, I just told you don't.
It's a good thing the interviewer stopped speaking on it after that, because things probably would have been way worse if he had continued talking about it. Now, let's move on to 16 Shot 'em. Because even though 16 isn't a rapper, he's known in the rap scene for interviewing a lot of rappers. So one day, 16 was on No Jumper, getting interviewed by Flacco, one of the members of the No Jumper team. During the interview, 16 tells Flacco it's like he's...
Bro, I tell you about that shit, bro. I'm not even gonna get mad because I'm a nigga.
Playing both sides, since Flacco is cool with one of 16's ops, but trying to be cool with him at the same time.
It's like you with me, then you're some police too.
How is that our fault, though? Because you said, right?
What you mean, how's your fault? You standing behind you calling me a clout chaser and you standing behind this showing you.
No, right?
I don't want you to be on my side, bro, but stop. Stop.
I think you're a clout chaser.
It's like you in the game.
Flacco then calls 16 Kevo to piss him off, since Bandman Kevo is the person that's beef with. So 16 Flacco to stop playing with him before he smacks him. And that's when things get crazy, because 16 does this next.
Man, shut up. I just said let the man talk.
What'd you say, Kevo?
Bro, suck my bro. That's a
hey, stop playing before I smack out.
Do it. Hey, no. Here. Watch out, we ain't doing that here. Anybody watch out. Shut up. I'll be the
Thankfully, security was there, because things would have been way worse since they spit on each other. Now, let's move on to Snoop Dogg, because in 2011, Snoop went to Norway for an Adidas promo. He unfortunately arrived late to the interview, so the report straight up asked Snoop why he was late. But Snoop told him to be happy that he's there, since he didn't have to show up at all.
5 hours late here. And
man, shut Come on, man.
No, we just saw you on Twitter from the border.
I'm 5 hours late.
I'm here to be happy. I'm here.
Snoop then tells the interviewer to get out of there and makes the dude leave the room since he wasn't asking him any real questions.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now, let's move on to an interview with Bootleg Kev. Mad that Kev was talking more about his football career than his music career. Kev talks about seeing a picture of G in some football equipment and asks G for more details about it. So G asks him how he sees the picture, but not read an article about it.
I've seen this picture of you at the NFL Combine.
Yeah.
Which...
What? Yeah, I ain't seen no picture of no NFL
Well,
Combine.
I saw you in like the NFL Combine looking like workout.
Yeah, like a workout.
Was that just a workout you were doing for a team?
I don't know. How you see the picture, you ain't read the article that came with.
Kev continues only talking about football. So G asks Kev what any of this has to do with music, since G came on the platform to talk about his
Oh, dude, that was a cool kill. I hit his arm because I saw it was like really weak, like right here, bottom left.
his music.
Babe. Take the damn thing to me. He ain't gotta do every fucking thing himself.
What you got to do with music?
No, I'm just curious because I'm a big football fan. So like, I'm just like, I'm a huge football fan, and I find it fascinating that like you really like have like a real high like football run in before the rap.
And you can this really pissed G off. He stopped talking and was ignoring Kev. Then, seconds later, he got up and walked out of the interview because he was annoyed with Kev.
Time and boot.
I'm finna end this live and come back.